आज हम psoriasis पेशेंट्स के बारे में बात करते हैं. Patients who come to us after recurrent flare-ups, unhealed skin, tender, dry, ragged, and mostly after abuse of topical treatments, topical steroids, I must say. They do take internal as well, but the abuse we see externally in the form of ointments is way more. There are certain factors that a psoriasis patient can add to improve their lifestyle. See, autoimmune diseases can't be dealt only with medication. You have to be aware about your triggering factors, maintaining causes, your lifestyle. Most of the times in my clinical practice, what I see, skin patients are mostly malnourished, sleep deprived, erratic lifestyles, and they hardly have any working out or fitness routine. In autoimmune diseases, your diet and your stress levels are the triggering factors. See, your genetic makeup can be that way that you're predisposed to that disease. But to see that disease in well flourished form, or to get the expression of the disease, you have to provide those basic things, or you have to provide that compromised state. And we tend to see autoimmune diseases more common in people where predisposing factors are lack of nutrition, lack of sleep, lack of hydration, where you don't follow bare minimums, your iron levels are dropped, your vitamin D. Majority of patients who suffer skin diseases need vitamin D supplementation. They are very low in vitamin D levels, very low. But we don't evaluate that. So, while considering skin, consider your nutrition, the first and foremost part. If you're eating healthy, that too very basic diets, no fancy food, nothing. Proteins, carbs, fats, nuts, minerals, vitamins, in a very limited, controlled and calm way. You don't need to measure your meals, you don't have to be very calculative, but you have to be basic, consistent, and under guidance of some professional source. I don't know why people are making it complex, consulting various people for your same disease, and then at the end, when nothing works, you come to our clinic, or you see a dermat, or you see a professionally qualified doctor. But why to do that? Why can't you seek professional help in the first go? Every pathy has wonders to offer in certain set of diseases. I'm not denying that allopathy can't do good in certain diseases. Of course, that's the conventional method of practice. They do have lots, but when it comes to skin, I must say homeopathy holds a bit upper hand. It treats you well, but the reach is very poor. Patients opt for homeopathy in very later stages when they see no results with any other medication. You always have a choice, but why not to start with the simpler one? When this pathy has no side effects, it's cost effective, readily available. All you have to do is to follow or to search for a professionally qualified, well-read homeopath. I'm not saying that that there is something wrong with the pathy, but to find a good homeopath is a job. When you seek a professional, you're halfway. When you seek a good professional, you are more than half. And when you seek a person who's well read, who is studying, who is still into practice, and who has a very good experience with those cases, that readily pays off compared to those who are still learning or who haven't studied their subject. There is always good and bad. There is a lot more than just acquiring degrees. Nothing can beat clinical experience. What we read in books and what we see practically, nowhere we are taught in psoriasis patients to evaluate their nutritional status directly. There is no direct link, but it is linked. Very confidently I can say that if you're going to improve your nutritional status, your hydration, your sleeping time, and extensive usage of only cold cream, some oily applications after properly washing your skin, you'll be halfway. You'll be done with your healing, rather than going for those thinning ointments that just help you disappear your rashes. But it's not, those medications are not curing it. In homeopathy, we do have magical products when it pertains to, or when we talk of psoriasis. Consider